Hello! Welcome to another week's reading vlog. This week I am hella excited. I assume it will be in the title and the thumbnail at this point, but it is Monday and the hella exciting thing is happening on Friday, but you'll know. So Jess is coming this week. I'm really excited. If you don't know who Jess is, which there's a good chance that these days you won't know who Jess is. Jess used to have a booktube channel. I think her channel is linked in my related channels bit on my channel. So if you wanted to check out Jess's channel, not that she does it anymore, you can. But Jess, from that channel that doesn't really exist anymore, is coming over this weekend. We met through booktube and have become really good friends since then. We've stayed friends even since she's departed the booktube world. But yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't seen her in over a year, and she's coming down on Friday to stay for the weekend, so I'm really excited about that. And hopefully it will make for some great vlog content for you as well. Which also explains the airbed that I'm currently on in the library. This airbed fits in this room absolutely frickin' perfectly. Right up to the wall. And then if I swizzle, 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 right up to the shelf. Literally just perfectly in this space. It's yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's what's happening this week, and I'm super excited about it. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. We will postpone exciting things until Jess gets here, and kick this one off with moaning about the fact that I didn't get home from work until 8:15. Fun. Yeah, I didn't get home from work until 8:15 today because there's a deadline that I have to hit and I have so much work to do. Love my job. I do love my job. I joke and say it's stressful. It is stressful, that's not the joke. The joke is when I take the piss about loving my job, because I do genuinely enjoy my job. Tangent. But yeah, got home really late, had dinner really late. Jake crashed my car into a bin. He came to pick me up from work because I finished work late and didn't want me walking home in the dark, which is lovely of him. Great. And then when we were parking the car, so not even any random bin, our own bin that is in exactly the same space that it has always been in, it's not moved, he reversed my car into the bin, clipped my wing mirror on the handle of the bin and broke my wing mirror. He has since put it back together and fixed it, but we had to break it more to fix it, so now it's back together. But yeah, my car's been crashed, not seriously, but it's been crashed into something, bumped or scraped or whatever, twice. Both times, not by me. I need to stop having named drivers on my car because they crash it and I don't. But yeah, I've just uploaded the paper gang because it's Monday and I got home from work super late, and I obviously haven't edited last week's vlog, so that's not gone up. So I put a paper gang unboxing up instead in place of that. So that's just gone up. And the rest of my plan for this evening is probably start editing the vlog so that I can get it up tomorrow. But reading update for you. I have still not started The Knight's Shadow by Sebastian de Castell, which I was supposed to start last week. Oops. However, I've read a whole book today. It just wasn't a TBR Pursuit book. Because I knew I had a hellish day at work, I wanted an audiobook to help me get through it. So I listened to the entirety of the Land of Raw audiobook today, which I'm now looking back through the book and thinking I should have read this physically because there are so many good illustrations in here. I think reading this physically would have been an amazing thing because, there's so many, they're everywhere. Oh, is that a unicorn? Or look, there's just so many cute pictures throughout all of this. But I didn't read it physically. I listened to the audiobook of this. I'm a little bit sad to say that I think it's only a 3-star for me. I didn't love it as much as I would have loved to love it. It was fun. I had a good time. It got me through my hellish day. But I didn't I didn't really feel much for it, so it's definitely only a 3-star for me. That's not to say that it's bad at all. 3-star is still good. As I say, I still had fun. It's just not one that's really... I don't think this is going to stick with me. I don't think this is going to do much for me. Like, I had a fun time, but I'm going to move on and forget it, and there we go. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit disappointed by that, because I was, you know, really looking forward to it. But as I said, I still had fun, you know, whatever. But, yeah, listened to the whole thing today, and had fun with that. If you don't know what this book is about, this is a middle grade about a young boy called Arthur and his twin sister Rose, who are clearing out their grandfather's attic when they come across like an old imaginary game that they used to play, where they used to go through, like, go under the bed or through the mattress or something, and that was a portal to the imaginary land of Reaing, where there were unicorns and fairies and dragons and all sorts. And whilst they're clearing out the attic, they come across the portal and the game again, and play one last time. But yeah, they may discover that perhaps Reaing wasn't as imaginary as they thought. Cute and fun. Also, for the Believe-a-thon, Believe in the Impossible read-a-thon, Gavin's read-a-thon, I think this book embodies everything that read-a-thon stands for, just in terms of like believing in the impossible and holding on to that belief even though you grow up and so on. Like, I think it embodies it very nicely. So yeah, there's that. Bear with me again, because your girl's not done. Your girl has also not read a lot, but 20 pages. I am 20 pages into A Conjuring of Light, because me and Gavin are starting our buddy read of this today. I have literally only just started it, so I am not even 20 pages, because the book starts on page 13, so 6 pages in. I was going to say 20 seemed excessive, like I have not read that much. So I've read like 6, 7 pages. My camera battery is really flashing, so I'm going to pop that on charge, read what I need to read of this, then probably edit some vlog, and who knows, maybe I will eventually start The Night's Shadow. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Hello! It's Wednesday night, it's 9:10. I didn't vlog anything yesterday. Honestly, work this week, and last week actually, work for me has just been absolutely insane. Like, I've been so busy, I've been working late, I've just been madly overworked this week, and it's been, and last week, it's just been mad. Like, even on Tuesday I was saying, like, oh, Jesus, what a week. However, obviously I finished The Land of Reaing in one day on Monday. I popped another audiobook on the go, because when I'm really overworked and stressed and really into doing something, I like to have an audiobook on, or some instrumental music, but I wasn't really feeling instrumental music, so I had another audiobook on, but because I had something a bit more involved on, I wanted it to be a reread, so that if I missed anything it was not that big of a deal. So I listened to the audiobook of The Polar Bear Explorers Club by Alex Bell, and I finished that today. So another book down today that wasn't on my TBR, but you know, can't complain at finishing another book. This is the book, or one of the books, that really got me into polar fantasy and made me fall in love with the subgenre so much. And it's made me really excited to do the Polathon again this year, or next year, because it'll be happening in February, because it happened in February this year, so it's going to be like a February thing, is the Polathon. So I'm really excited to do that again in the February coming. So yeah, and rereading this just made me really happy. I like it. It's just so fun and heartwarming, and also like the messages in here. I think this book is honestly so good for kids. Like, if you have children, I really recommend this. If you don't have children, I recommend this. It's one of my favourite middle grades. I gave it 4 stars. My original rating was 4 stars, so I thought I would just stick with that. But I really struggle to give middle grades more than 4 stars. I don't know what it is. Like, when I find that middle grade that is more than 4 stars, excluding Schwab, she doesn't count for this reason, because I am a little biased when rating her middle grades. But this is one of my favourite middle grades. There's illustrations in here as well. Like every few chapters there's a double page spread. I love it. Anyway, yeah, reread it. Fantastic. Follows the polar bear explorers on the expedition to the coldest part of the north. Much fun. Glad to have reread it. In terms of The Knight's Shadow, I have read the prologue. That's it. The prologue. 2 pages. I think I might actually read some of this evening. Maybe not. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on with me at the minute. I'm stressed and tired. Meh. In terms of A Conjuring of Light, I have only read part 1. Me and Gav had a chat and we've both got a lot going on at the minute. So we've agreed that as long as we finish it this month, we're not going to set like a set amount daily or a part daily, because some days one of us will be able to read a lot more than the other one. And because we've both got a lot going on work-wise, it just seemed fair to do it that way, so that's what we're doing there. So I have only read part 1, but I'm hoping this weekend with Jess, she wants to do a 24-hour read-a-thon. I can't remember what the read-a-thon is, but apparently there's a 24-hour read-a-thon happening this Saturday, and she said as we're together it would be great for us to do that, so let's do that. So we're gonna give that a go this weekend, so hopefully I'll get a lot of reading done. In other news, I have a couple of parcels, one of which is battered. This has come from Gavin. I know exactly what this is. I've been expecting it for a while because I didn't know when he was posting it, but yeah, I missed this delivery and had to go to the sorting office to go and get it. They didn't lose it like they seem to lose everything else that I get delivered. But let's go in. There's so much in here. Gav, you lunatic. Hey! Ta-da! So, you might be thinking, Gav's already sent you a copy of that, and you'd be right. He has. Here it is. But he sent me the finished copy with the sprayed edges to accompany my other edition that he also sent me without the sprayed edges. Amazing. Gavin, you really are a lunatic, but I appreciate it very deeply, and I'm so excited to read this next month. I really had wanted to get to it beforehand, but I just haven't had the chance. And oh, he's thrown a little bookmark in there, and also it's got a signed book plate. Gav, you cutie. And then he also sent me these 2, which so you may know, if you know Gav, that he met Sophie Anderson and she did a signing at his bookstore. So he got me some books and he got them signed for me. So The House with Chicken Legs, which I actually already own, but my copy isn't signed and personalised. And this copy is To Jade, Imagine Your Own Destiny, Love, Sophie. Thank you so much, Gavin. I love this book. This again is one of my favourite middle grades. It was so heartwarming, and just, it's Russian folklore inspired, and if you know anything about my tastes, like polar fantasy and Russian folklore inspired things really are my jam. I love this, and for that reason I cannot wait to read The Girl Who Speaks Bear, which is Sophie Anderson's second novel, which again Gav got signed for me. To Jade, with love and bear hugs, Sophie A. I am definitely reading this next month for Believe-a-thon. I'm so eager. The only reason I hadn't already got myself a copy of this is because Gav said he was sending it to me, so I had to be patient and not get my own copy, but now I have it and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Gavin. I feel so spoiled. You're just the sweetest bean. I love you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And then I also have a parcel here, which is not a gift. This is for myself. Let's open her up. This is from Becca's Candle Shop. Grace and Honey. You know Becca in the books, Becca, and her candle shop. Or not just candles, she does body butters and stuff as well. But I purchased some candles. I only purchased 2, but there's 3 in here. Interesting. Let me get them all out of the bubble wrap. Okay, so the two that I purchased were Frozen Forest and Enchanted Dominion, which are the two Believe-a-thon candles that Becca did in collaboration with Gavin for Believe-a-thon. And I have not taken the lids off these, and I can smell this one because I know that this one smells like Snow Fairy, and all I can smell is Snow Fairy. Oh, yes. It's just bubblegum. Bubblegum, candy floss, what is it? Pear, cotton candy, vanilla and cherry. I love it. So this one's blue with the blue glitter on the top. That, I want to lick it. I'm not going to lick it, but man do I want to. It even looks edible, to be honest. But that smells incredible. I can smell it through the jar. That's ridiculous. And then Enchanted Dominion is red apple, orange and cinnamon, which I also think I'm really going to like. This to me smells like a sweet Christmas in a jar. Oh yes, I love it. I love both of those. Amazing. And then because Becca's wild and unpredictable, I didn't plan this, but she sent me wild and improbable. That's what I mean, I didn't plan it, I just called her wild and unpredictable, and this is wild and improbable. That was an accident, but it worked. And this one smells like lemon, jasmine, mimosa and sandalwood. Not sure what to expect. It's got gold glitter. Ooh. That's got like a bit of a throat hit on it, in the best way. I like that. It's not so sweet, it's more, I don't know, more earthy? It'll be the wood, I suppose, the sandalwood. But yes. Thank you so much, and that's got glitter around the edge of it as well. Thank you so much, Becca, you sweetheart. So now I have quite a collection of Grace and Honey going on. Even just sitting right here, I've also got her Red Damsels and Clan Meducci ones, the Prower of the Orange Tree candles right there. My Mage candle is right there. Like, I have a few going on. But yeah, I'm very excited to burn all of those during the masses of reading that I do. Not really. Anyway, that's that. That's what's going on right now. I've caught you up on the fact that I finished another book, but not the books that I should be reading. Had a couple of parcels, and I'm gonna go and get in the bath. I've just run a bath, not a fancy one today, I just want to lay in it. Hello! It is Thursday night. Today has been very busy. I have done no reading. I went to the doctor's immediately after work and had many a needle in my arm. I have a very, very dead and bruised arm. It hurts a lot. My left arm is like totally dead and just hanging limply at my side. But yeah, I had to go to the doctor's after work. And then me and Jake did a food shop, and now I'm eating a toffee apple because 'tis the season for toffee apples. And toffee apples are quite possibly my favourite seasonal snack of all time. But yeah, haven't read anything. Haven't listened to another audiobook. I feel like I haven't read much this week, but that's because I haven't read anything physically, whereas I have actually finished 2 books. I read all of The Land of Raw and The Polar Bear Explorers Club this week. I just listened to them on audiobook, so I feel like I haven't read anything, but I have actually consumed some book. Hello, welcome to Friday evening. It's Friday evening. Today has been, work-wise, very uneventful. Our email servers went down today, so that was all fun. But I mentioned that I had a visitor this weekend, and here she is. Hi. Ta-da! No, I can't really get us both in shot. Ta-da! Here's Jess.
Hi.
It's not even worth saying, like...
No, who I am or what I...
Who you are, yeah.
Who I was once upon a time.
This is just Jess. You don't need to know.
Yeah. Don't go.
You don't actually
go
have
there.
any platforms, do you? You're not even active on Twitter or Instagram or...
No.
Definitely
I
not
still
YouTube
go on
anymore.
Instagram and look through everyone else's, but I don't post anything.
She's a ghost.
Yeah. I don't
Once
post
upon a
anything
time.
anywhere.
Once upon a time, Jess used to have a YouTube and... Was it a book? You had Bookstagram, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did do
I didn't
Bookstagram.
do many pictures on there. Didn't do many videos either.
She used to be one of us. And then she stopped. But, you know, she still exists.
I am still a human.
Yeah, she's still with us. In other respects. Makes it sound like you're dying. But anyway, yeah, Jess is with me this weekend. So, we are reading lots. And I didn't know that there was a 24-hour read-a-thon happening this weekend, but I was enlightened. I've forgotten what it's called already.
Dewey's 24-hour read-a-thon?
Dewey's? Like
yeah.
D-E-W?
Yeah,
Dewey?
E-Y.
Dewey's?
Yeah.
I am way out of focus. Yeah, I have no idea what this read-a-thon, like who made it or where it came from at all.
I'm not sure.
No, but you know it exists.
Yeah.
And that it's happening today. Or technically tomorrow, but technically today because it's past midnight now.
Yeah.
So it's the whole of Saturday, 24-hour readathon that I was enlightened is happening. So we've decided to participate in.
Yeah.
As I've just said, it is past midnight now. It's 20 past, so we have started. The plan is to stay awake for as long as we can. Give Jess the side eye because she's already tired.
You were yawning a minute ago.
Yeah, I was. I have since had the rest of my energy drink and spritzed myself in the face.
True. And in the eye.
And in the eye. We'll manage. But we have started reading. I am still reading this. I think last time I told you I was reading this, I had only read the prologue. I am now 46 pages in, up to chapter 6, so far so good. Same sitch with any Sebastian de Castell book. The writing style is what gets me. It's sarcastic and witty and just involved, and I like it. It makes me laugh. Which is weird considering how many people have been murdered in the last 10 pages. But,
you haven't laughed out loud yet either.
I've smiled a few times. You know when it's not quite laugh out loud funny, but like...
a smirk.
Yeah, that's sort of funny so far. Yeah. So I'm enjoying this as I anticipated I would. What are you reading? I mean, I know what you're reading, but tell them.
I'm reading Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence. I read Red Sister 2 weeks ago, which is the first book. I mean, I explained it before to someone as it is assassin nuns, but they do lots of other things as well where they call it like thread work and they walk the path and there's kind of mystical, kind of magical elements in it too.
Gives me Nevernight vibes. Have you read Nevernight?
No, I haven't. No.
It gives me Nevernight vibes. I've seen people compare them, but that doesn't always necessarily mean that they're right, because people compare all sorts of things that are never actually related, are they? But yeah, we're reading. We're enjoying our reads. We're probably both reading about murder.
There's
well, yours are assassins, mine are
things that happen. Yeah.
Greatcoats.
I mean, there's probably more murder in yours than mine, I think.
Yours are assassins.
But they don't actually, they're learning to be killer nuns.
Oh, okay. Whereas the Greatcoats have just killed, between them, 12 people within the last... Oh no, 13 people within the last, 10 pages. So.
Yeah. Some people do die and some people are killed. I don't think anyone's died yet within the first 98 pages.
Not even an enemy?
No, we haven't got that far yet. I assume more people will die.
We hope for death. We'll keep our fingers crossed for more brutal murder.
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning. Hit page 100. Jess is calling it quits.
I'm dead. I have nothing left.
What page did you get to?
I got to page 140. 140.
It's all good progress.
Yes.
We will report back in the morning when we are rested. Howdy! It's been a really long time since I vlogged. 24 hours a day-ish.
Yeah, about that. Probably 24 hours since you did the montage, and then
yeah, so
2 days since.
Yesterday we were doing that 24-hour read-a-thon thing, and I literally said, oh, that means there should be loads of content, and then there wasn't, because we were actually reading a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot to the fact that I've read the entirety of The Knight's Shadow this weekend. I finished up yesterday at, what, page 475?
Something like that.
Somewhere around there. So 475 pages in a day, which, I mean, if you know me, is a big feat, because in these reading vlogs, I don't read. So, yeah, then I finished it off today. I have you to vouch for me here, was, like, physically having reactions to this.
Multiple times I just, like, looked up and you're just, like, hitting the book.
I do that, I did it.
At one point you made me jump.
What did I do?
I was so into my book and you just, like, slammed your hand on the book and I was like...
When a book really gets me and I get, like, fully invested, or there's a twist that I really didn't see coming, I have a tendency, when I'm, like, really into it, to physically abuse the book. And that happened with this a few times. The politics, the twists and turns, absolutely everywhere. There were so many that I didn't see. And the characters are going one way and then a twist happens that leads you somewhere else, but then something else links back to something else, and, like, just the politics will do. But yeah, there was a lot going on in here. It got real, like, dark and, like, gory in places. There was a lot of death. Some really brutal, like, torture moments as well. But you know what? I absolutely loved it, and I've given it 5 stars. As I always say about Sebastian de Castell, I really like his writing style, the way he addresses the reader, and the narrator is, like, really banterful and witty and so on and so forth. All the things I normally say about him. So yeah, I am really chuffed to have knocked this frickin' huge book off this weekend. It's 600 pages in total, so a 600-page book in a weekend is a pretty mean feat, if you ask me. And then today, Jess and I went to Waterstones and I picked up pumpkin heads. And after I'd finished Knight's Shadow, I thought, you know what, let's have something to cleanse the palate. So I picked this up immediately and regret my decisions. I feel like I'm being a bit mean towards it, but, like, there's so many blank pages in this. Typically now I can't find any, but, like, just blank pages where the chapter breaks are, and some of the chapters are literally, like, 2 pages. In fact, a lot of the chapters are really, really small. So there's a good 17 blank pages in this, and there was one chapter that literally had no words, and I get that a graphic novel is, like, partly for the artwork as well, and the artwork is beautiful. This just did not give me anywhere near enough, and today I bought it for $9.99, and I regret purchasing it.
Like, no time to read it.
How long did it take me? Like,
it was like 20 minutes, and you were, like, halfway through, I think.
Yeah. Half an hour maybe to read the whole thing, and
yeah, it didn't take long.
There were no physical reactions to this.
I think you chuckled once.
It was the Pumpkin Man, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And I said, look at this dude. Okay, there was a funny Pumpkin Man, and I mean, it was cute. There were some funny moments, but it just wasn't enough for me, and I regret spending £10 on this. Because, as I say, so much of it is just blank and didn't give me enough. But I don't like contemporaries, so I don't know why I do this to myself. I just thought, as it was a graphic novel and it's seasonal, it would be cute and I would like it. But alas, here we are. I gave it 3 stars. I gave this 5 stars. Did I say that? I might have said that. 5 stars. 3 stars. So, you know, 2 books in one weekend. Jess, on the other hand, is a fucking reading machine.
Yeah, I will slightly defend your reading, though, is that I would listen to the audiobooks the whole time. I was like reading along with the audiobook, so it's slightly less impressive. But I'm now 256 pages through Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian, and I finished Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence, and then what else did I read?
You read the Slow
Regards of Silent Things by what's he called?
Patrick Rothfuss.
Yeah, Patrick Rothfuss, which is like the novella after Wise Man's Fear, I think.
So you're going to finish
which was like 200 pages, I think. So that didn't take too long. Yeah, I should finish this in about an hour or so.
And then she will have read 3 books.
Left. Yeah.
3 books in a weekend. Machine over here.
It never normally happens.
I mean, to be fair, this also never normally happens. We're a good influence on each other. We should do this more often.
I've like come all the way here and we've just sat here like faces in books the whole time. But it's been great.
It's been good. Have you enjoyed being here?
I have. It's been nice.
I'm glad. Will you come again?
I will.
Good.
If I'm welcome.
You're very welcome. Yes, of course.
If I can get you to read like however many pages in one weekend, then I'm welcome to come back.
I mean, this doesn't really count as pages, does it, in a graphic novel? But this is 200 pages and this is 600 pages. So
800 pages in one
800
weekend.
pages in a weekend.
I can come back.
She might actually get me to whittle down my 131 book TBR.
Yeah.
She scanned all my Goodreads, or scanned all my bookshelf for my Goodreads, because she's been moaning at me for like 2 years to
Something
do
like
that.
Literally forever.
And I never did it, so she just did it herself.
Yeah.
And I have 131 unread books on my TBR.
Yeah. I always said that I would do it for you, so here I am.
It's fitting that you did.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, so everybody's wondering why Jade posted like however
Yeah,
many
if anyone
notifications
saw
on Goodreads.
the 131 want to reads, that'll be what it was. Soz.
Yeah.
But yeah, just thought I would check in because we hadn't done that. We are still reading. I am finally going to actually crack on with The Conjuring of Light. I am 2 chapters into this because I read it earlier in the week, but I don't have a bookmark in this copy because I was reading my collector's edition. But I want to crack spines, so... Oh, yeah. I'm gonna...
Just grimace in the background.
I think that makes everyone feel a bit uncomfortable, doesn't it? But yeah, cracking on with another big book, and then I reckon this will be the last thing I read.
You should change your
This month.
YouTube name to Spinecracker.
Spinecracker, JD Ray the Spinecracker. I'm a monster. But yeah, I'm going to add these 2 to my red area. And then I still only have this left on there, but like, let's be honest, I'm not going to read it. I don't want to read it. I read half of it before and I DNF'd it, so I feel like I'm just going to unhaul that one. Okay, right, in all honesty, I'm probably going to end up closing off this vlog tomorrow because I will forget to do it later. Bye.